Okay. Okay, Mario, we're going to start by talking about, and give us a nice smile, teeth. What is happening?
Are you sick of talking about this already?
I love it. I love it. I can talk about it all day.
What's the latest on the teeth?
So I was actually going to do a surgery last week to get the implants in, but just like the post, not the actual teeth yet. Because if I'm playing and I get hit, it would obviously cause some pretty bad stuff. But I decided not to because I didn't want to come here with a blown up face just in case. I don't know if it was going to linger. Because last time the surgeon told me that one of the surgeries wasn't going to be that bad. And my mouth was swollen out to here. And I looked terrible. So I didn't risk it. I didn't go in. But I'm keeping them out for now. My flipper doesn't fit anymore. So I kind of have to rock it like this.
How much? I am always curious about this because of one conversation that I had with Trevor Linden, who said it didn't feel like he was really retired until he was in the dentist chair getting his teeth fixed. And he said, oh, wow, I'm really not going back. How often do you think, and how often do how often do you have conversations about teeth with other guys?
I think quite a bit. I'm really good friends with Jacob Middleton.
Yep.
And he kind of has the same look as me. He says he looks better than me, but he has the same teeth arrangement as me. And we talk about it quite a bit. He wears his flipper. Mine doesn't fit anymore because I didn't wear it. So I kind of leave it at home. But Burnsy was another guy that I talked to quite a bit about it. And he's the guy that says just leave him out. So I got Middleton who's kind of starting to put him back in, and Jumbo who used to have lost a couple teeth, put him back in. Cooch as well, put them back in. But then Burnsy's telling me not to because he rocks with it, no teeth, doesn't care. And when his career is over, he's not going to put teeth in. I can guarantee.
He's going to leave them out?
I guarantee you he's leaving them out.
Wow.
I'd be surprised if he puts teeth in. So it's which direction do I choose to go with?
So let me guess. On one side, there's Joe Thornton and Brent Burns. There's Joe Thornton and Jacob Middleton and Logan Couture.
Yeah.
And on the other side, there's Brent Burns.
Yeah.
Like, to me, this reeks of a social media poll as to whose advice should I follow and let the fans decide.
Yeah. It's going to be
I wouldn't do that.
Do you want to maybe throw a dentist into that conversation? Like someone who does this for a living? Like,
Burnsy would be throwing chirps in heavy. Yeah. He would be rattled if he loses that poll. He'd be all over that thing.
I would definitely not leave it up to the people of social media to decide what I did with my face. I know in my particular case I can't improve it, but you could.
Yeah.
I am curious now that you mention it. How many chirps, or how much does chirping around teeth happen? Like a Ferraro eating an apple through a fence kind of thing, like eating an apple through a tennis racket Ferraro. Like, does that kind of stuff happen?
Summer teeth, summer there.
I think it does more within my friends. I don't see it much online. I think people online, I don't think they mind it. I think they like it.
They get it.
I think my friends kind of, we'll be out to dinner and they'll order like corn on the cob or something like that. And that's the one thing I can't eat. So they'll be giving me so they'll be, I had to get my girlfriend to cut the corn up for me as a side, just to owe it back to me for ordering corn on the cob. I can't.
That's awesome.
This conversation took a turn. I really have to say I wasn't expecting. Man. That's pretty funny. So you hung around with Thornton a bit this summer. We've talked before. You and him are really tight, and you have something. You said he will never actually retire.
I don't think he'll actually ever retire. He just loves the game too much. He just loves it. He's on the ice with us right now. He's buzzing out there. I get back to the bench and I'm exhausted because we don't have a lot of guys yet. And we're like scrimmaging. And he's like, come on. And he's swearing, but let's go. You'll play 24 minutes this year. Let's go. I do no problem up front.
Could he still play?
Yeah, he can still play.
Do you think he has any desire? Do you think he has any desire to play again?
I don't know. I that's hard for me to answer because it's like I can't speak for him. I can't speak for Jumbo, but I do. Deep down, I feel like he does. Like he still doesn't take a day off. Comes in and he does his same routine, right? So like I feel like it's just in him, But he's great. Like I feel like the game is just he's the game,
Mm-hmm.
We all thought he was going to go, and some of us still do. I still do for whatever reason. Thought he was going to go play a final season in Switzerland. That was always rumor. Oh, when it's over for Thornton, he's going to play 1 year in Switzerland and then call it a career.
Yeah, I never really asked him that kind of stuff. When we hang out, we kind of hang out like friends now. It's like we don't talk much about what he's doing with hockey. So I never know it's hard for me to say what he would have done or what his plan was, but it's also hard to hold the conversation with that guy because he's always on the go. I don't know what I'm going to do. Let's go play with you. Like when I was over there, he's playing with the kids and stuff. Like we're playing soccer or hockey, or I'm going to his son's practices in St. Thomas. So we're always on the move. So we can maybe have a couple words, couple sentences here and there. And he's like, on to the next thing. Let's go. We're going outside, play soccer, going to the kids' hockey game or hockey practice.
So he hasn't changed. Still the same guy.
Same guy.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Just wanted to ask you about your group. You guys are going through some changes. Mm-hmm. The next phase of Sharks is coming. Mm-hmm. What have you seen? Look, everybody's in it to win, and San Jose is at the lower end of a rebuild. So what do they tell you about what their plans are and where this is going to go?
Yeah, I think it's us as players our intention is always to give it what we got and to believe that, we can go out there and push for a championship, right? That's just how that's how we're engraved, because we're just competitors and that's what we have to do. But obviously we know that we have experienced a lot of change and we are going through a bit of a process to get to a point where, we could be a championship team. And I think that our mindset as a group is to just build on each year. It's tough seeing a lot of guys go over the last few years, but I think it's a mixture of having guys that are here that want to prove to the league and prove to each other what we are capable of. And, we kind of have that pissed off mindset of what happened in the last few years. And then we got a mixture of guys that are coming into the team that are new, that are motivated to turn this thing around and make change. So I think that blend of guys, is good for our squad. And, our mindset always has to be to try and push for a playoff spot. As much as we hear the noise around the league and guys saying that we're at the lower end of the totem pole and stuff like that, it gives us a little more motivation and life to really prove them wrong. And I think that, as much as we really know that we have a lot of growing to do as a team from last year. Our mindset has to, be confident and have a belief in each other to push for that playoff spot and go from there.
For you personally, I mean, you were in a room and on the ice with a couple of the most elite defensemen of this generation, and Erik Karlsson and Brent Burns. Outside of, leave your teeth out, leave it that way, what did you learn from Burns and what did Karlsson teach you?
Yeah, I was definitely privileged to be able to play with those guys. Burnsy was, he's a
aside
man
from don't put your teeth out.
Yeah, maybe that's the only side, the only negative to it. But I think that Burnsy, he's just the face of preparation and hard work and longevity. And he's really taught me a lot about preparing both mentally and physically. I was really close with him, much like Jumbo. He really took me under his wing and I hung out a lot with him and his family. I learned, how he is as a person off the ice, and a great family man, but also just a true competitor at the rink. An example is, I come to the bench and I'd be tired and coach would say, you guys good? You guys good to go? And I'm kind of like, I'm pretty tired. And Burns is like, he looks over me, no, you see you're good. You see you're ready. Anytime you let's go. Just breathe it out. You have an opportunity to get out there and play, you go. Like, don't take this stuff for granted, So that was pretty cool. And that went a long way for me, especially as a young guy. Any chance I can get on NHL ice, it's like, don't say no. So he's a guy that always battles back from injury, will play through injury, given his streak that he's got going on right now. So he was really special and a privilege for sure. And then Carl, just his talent. I was saying this earlier in another interview that he has such an elite level of skill that not a lot of guys can match. And it would be pretty hard for me to match that kind of skill that he has, but he still believes in me and his teammates to try and do the things and be and have the vision and the playmaking ability that he has. So I'll come to the bench and he'll give me pointers like look to the middle there, or try and, stay within the dots so you have more options at the blue line, or little things that you think only Carl can do, but he believes in me, or he believes in his teammates, and he'll try and make us better by giving us advice and some pointers in that area. So it's kind of hard not to respect what he brings. And, I respect both of those guys a ton, and they've done a lot for me in my, growing career, which I have a lot of growing to do.
This has been great. Good luck with the teeth.
Thank you.
Good luck with the season.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Mario.
Thanks, guys.